Alright guys, welcome to today's video. It is about 5:05 right now. Today's video is all about daily routine. We're going to show our daily routine, talk all about it, how to create the best routine for max productivity. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit disoriented right now because it's so early, but I'll show you how we start our day, and it is like this. This is how we wake up and get energized. Woo! This is what we do every single morning. By the way, we're in Mallorca, Spain. I'm gonna put the camera down right here, and then I'm gonna hop in. Not gonna lie, this is a cheat code to get ready in the morning. This is how you wake up. When you wake up at 5, a little bit tired, jump in the pool, not tired one bit. Facts. Alright, so this is actually the routine that we have right now. We'll look at it later in some more detail, but you can see 5 a.m. wake up, chug half a liter of water, dive in the pool, brush teeth, coffee, plan tasks, and at 5:30 we start work. See you guys in a bit. Oh yeah, plan some coffee there. Yep, it's part of my morning routine. Gotta chug this. Yes, gotta chug that. Let me do that real quick. Well, the reason we do that is just your body runs on water, so if you chug half a liter in the morning, you just feel great. You feel full, you're not hungry. Good job, good job. Good boy, there you go. Well done. All right, knock it off. All right. What time is it now? Like 15 past? Probably. So yeah, I'm making some coffee. That's what I always do before we get started. Always gotta be started by 5:30. A lot of people say start your day with like some exercise, meditation, reading, all these things. That might be great for other people, but that's not what works for me. That's the important thing to understand. I want to say something about that. Daily routine all depends on the person, and I like to be working as early as possible. This is decaf. The reason why this is decaf is because drinking regular coffee every morning is not a good habit. People will say things like, oh, coffee will make you live longer. These people say coffee makes you healthier. That's a lie. There's so many lies that go around that people say just to like cope with bad habits. It's not healthy to have lots of caffeine every morning. So that's why I drink decaf, but I love coffee. No, I want to say one thing about the thing you were saying before. Is that people often say, always exercise first thing in the morning. I don't believe in that, and here's why. You can if you want to, I'm not saying it's wrong, but I don't like to do that. What I like to do in the morning, the very first thing, is whatever activity is going to get me closest to my biggest goal in life. If it was to lose weight and get in shape, then the first thing I'll do is work out, but it's not. It's important to me, but it's not the biggest thing. The most important thing to me is my business, so first thing I want to do is always work every single morning. It's when I'm smartest too. I'm gonna go brush my teeth now. I second that. Yeah. Dude, the mental acuity that you have first thing in the morning, like you'll never get as good work done as you will first thing in the morning. Yes, and to me it's also like a symbolic thing. Just first thing I do is what the fuck I'm trying to accomplish in life. Lose weight, look good, it's fine, but I'll do that, that's secondary. Now I'm brushing my teeth. Last thing before we start is to plan our work tasks. So I've already done that in my head. One is plan out what this video and sort of film it throughout the day. Second is, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I don't know if you are allowed to say it. I'm just working on a thing. Yeah. Just working that thing all day. Yeah, same thing for me, working on one thing all day. And back to what I was saying before, is that people lie about coffee is good for you. There's so many fucking lies out there that aren't true, that people make up to make themselves feel better. A glass of wine in the evening is healthy for you. That's exactly what I was about to say. Motherfuckers think they can just drink alcohol every day. Alcohol is poison. Alcohol is literally poison. And people came up with that fact so that they have an excuse to drink wine every single day. And then yeah, wine's healthy. Beer's not, but wine is healthy because it's made from grapes. But there's a lot of examples of these lies in society. But okay, let's get on to the rest of the day. My coffee's brewing. I gotta go brush my teeth now. Let me take over. So what happens next is, what we're gonna do now is complete this first work block, which goes from 5:30 to 9. As you can see, it's top priority work. No phone allowed. Not allowed to check emails, Facebook group, YouTube comments, nothing. The only thing we're allowed to do is work on that one thing. Now we'll see you after the break, and then we'll talk a little bit about how to create the best routine, some tips that we like to use, all that stuff. See you in a bit.
If I take you down, would you really hold me down and be your best friend? She just wanna hit me with a quickie by the pool, and I'm like, yes, man.
Alright, let's see what I got for breakfast here. Well, I already said it before. Sandwich, salami, ham, mayo, protein bar, and what you got over there? Same thing? Mm-hmm. Wow. Now, if you've watched our videos before, you won't recognize this place because, as seems like every few weeks or every month, we're in a new place, living somewhere else. So we're now in Mallorca, Spain, which we're going to be spending the rest of 2019 here, really up until Christmas. I'm super lucky that my girlfriend's parents have a house here, and they said we can stay here for the fall if we want. So here we are, and this house is fucking epic. Look at this shit. Come here. Yeah. Just a view of the water like that. It's pretty crazy. This place is a work heaven. Here, there's nothing within like miles of this house. There's obviously some other houses, but no one really lives in them. But besides that, we're not going to be interacting with any humans for the next 2.5 months. And the problem with traveling for us recently is that there's nothing but distractions everywhere. And this is literally the best place I've ever been for getting work done. Christian and I are gonna wrap up eating our breakfast, have our next work block, and then in the next break, we will talk about how do you put together the most, I can't see anything, how do you put together the most epic routine for productivity. Yeah, sound good? Yeah? Okay, so I decided to create a PowerPoint slide deck. I felt that was the best way to explain to you guys and show you how to create your very own routine. And the reason why I want to share this so badly is because of the massive impact it's had on myself in the last few months since I implemented it.
Yes.
Right? It has honestly changed my life. I'm not kidding.
Changing shit.
In the past, I would just wake up and then I would try and figure out what to do. And I'd just work on pointless shit. Like, you don't realize how many time wasting activities you're doing until you kind of have the awareness and track it. And then also until you start doing things that aren't time wasting, you'll realize just like, wow, I got so much done today and all I did was do the things that mattered.
Dude, for the longest time, I thought I was a productive person.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, the reason why I thought I was productive is because I had no idea what real productivity looked like. That's why.
Look, productivity is not based on how many hours you work. Productivity is based on how much do you get done.
Yes.
How much are you getting done?
In as little amount of time as possible.
Now, there are a lot of different things I could share outside of a routine that will help you improve your productivity. But let's start with routine, right? That's really the staple of it.
Yes.
So let's define routine. What is a routine? It is a consistent sequence of actions that are followed daily. Consistent. Followed consistently. You could have a routine. We're going to show you exactly how to fill it out yourself.
We're going to create one together.
We're going to create it, fill it out. You could have it on your wall. But if it's not followed consistently, it means nothing. You may as well not have started at all. Because if you're not doing it consistently, it's merely just suggestions to what you should be doing.
Here's your suggestion.
Yeah.
For the day.
You have to be strict about it.
All right, so let's get into it. A routine enables you to squeeze out as many productive hours in a day as possible. Without one, you waste multiple hours every day making decisions about what to do next. And it's freaking stupid. So what we have here is what our exact routine is like right now. Now, to be honest, this is this is just the first iteration of it. It could use an update because you create a routine once, you go with it, and then you make adjustments afterwards. Now, where we are right now is right here. It's between 1:30 and 4 o'clock, and we are filming videos. So one thing that I am definitely leaning on is when I take my breaks. Now, I'm not sure what the best advice to give is, but here's my take on it. Is if in the morning by 9 o'clock I'm on fire, I'm going to keep on going and then take my break once the right time is. So I don't mind moving those around, but things like wake up is the same goddamn second every single day. And then when I start working, when breaks are over, things like that, unbelievably important. This is what hours looks like. You can see Saturday to Sunday, no fucking rules. But essentially every second of our life is accounted for. Of course, no rules means to do whatever you want. Also, the time here is also basically do whatever you want. But everything else is planned out. And so there are a lot of things to put in here. So we'll go through a step-by-step system so that you can fill yours out and personalize it to yourself in your own life. And also what I want to say is the way we have structured ours is, and I'll say this for everyone, the way you should structure yours, it should be based around achieving the one thing that's most important to you in your life. Yes. To us, that is growing our business. So these blocks here are dedicated to that. If, you know, maybe you're not even into business, you just want to create a routine to lose weight. That's a big one for people. Yeah, right. If you're a bodybuilder, then it's all about food, working out, resting, recovering, stretching, all those things. Then you would make these primary blocks all about that. But top priority. Yeah. Now in this case, we're going to talk about being productive to grow your business. Right. Okay. So let's go into the steps first. Here's a picture of Christian, and this is actually the routine sheet that we use. Okay. So how do we create our routine? First, download the AIA daily routine template that will be down in the description below, and then fill it out following these steps. So fill it out along with us. You can download it. It will be through Google Sheets. Yes, Google Sheets. Download it through Google Sheets. It's pretty bare bones at this point. Actually, I feel we could show it right now. We'll show it later. Okay, let's show it right now. Go into it now. Yeah. So this is what the AIA daily routine template looks like. We've really just mapped out the days and times, and then you can fill in all the blocks, which we will do together. So in order to edit this, you should go here to File, click Make a Copy, title it whatever you want, and then you'll have your own version that you can edit and fill out, complete yourself. Okay, let's get back into the PowerPoint. The best way of filling out your routine is to work backwards and then to create your perfect routine. Now, step one is to input all of your off days, okay? This should be a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 2 days off per week. Guys, we're breaking this down as simply as humanly possible. If you don't create this routine with us for yourself using the template, just stop watching the video. It's pointless for you to watch. Do this and change your life. Yeah. Like for real, for real. And for ourselves, we have 2 days off per week. That's Saturday and Sunday. But here's the thing. You don't deserve to have 2 days off unless your Monday to Friday is fucking epic and you got so much shit done. Yeah. Okay? Now, if you kind of are slacking lazy throughout the week, then you only get to take 1 day off. Yeah. Okay? You only get to take 1 day off. You have to earn 2 days off. Mm-hmm. So the way we have our schedule set up is that we get so much done throughout the week that we can take 2 days off and it's fine. Yes. Now, the one rule that we have in the weekends or on our days off is that there are no rules, so you can do whatever the fuck you want. Mm-hmm. Okay? I feel like the weekends is your time to enjoy life. It's your time to enjoy life. Live life. But then in the week, you have to be goddamn strict with everything. The weekend is about enjoying the fruits of your labor. Mm-hmm. The weekdays are about laboring and getting shit done. Yeah. Okay? All right, so your days off should preferably be either Saturday or Sunday or both because we have to sync with the rest of society. It doesn't make sense if you do it Tuesdays. So Saturday, Sunday are both. Boom, end of story. You get to do whatever you want in those days, even if it's breaking every other rule in the book. But our one suggestion would simply be to catch up on sleep and do chores and shit like that. Okay, so that's the first thing you do. Next thing, we're working backwards here, is to input your wake up time. And you should start early. I don't care about the people who claim to be night owls. Apparently it's a thing, but it's a very small portion of the population. It's something like 3%, and I still don't know how much I believe that that's a real thing. Yeah. That you're just biologically different than everyone else. Just input your wake up time. Start early, and it needs to be the same time every single day. That's on your work days. No exceptions. Consistency is key here. And 5 is the perfect time for us. I love 5 a.m. Like, I can't sleep at night because I'm so excited to wake up in the morning and go for a dip in the pool, which you guys saw. And as soon as you wake up, you need to have a morning routine that starts instantly. A morning routine does not include laying in bed, scrolling through Instagram, and checking all your DMs. Yes. That is the worst way you could possibly start your day. Okay, what we do is we leave our phones in a cabinet or in a shelf in airplane mode, set it like that the night before, and then when I wake up, I don't touch my freaking phone. I get out of bed and then I start doing my morning routine, which is for us. Forget your stupid phone.
Dive in the pool, chug water, brush teeth, coffee, plan tasks, and then start. Okay. Now, morning routine, I don't feel like I am in a position to be able to tell someone what a good morning routine is.
Yeah.
It's too personalized from person to person.
Do what works for you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Something that gives you energy, focus, and puts you in a good mood. That's key. Being in a good mood when you wake up.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Next thing is to input your bedtime. And this is super, super easy. Just subtract 7 or 8 hours to get your daily bedtime. Subtract 7 or 8 hours from your wake up time. Boom, now you know when to go to bed. It's that damn simple. And sleep is incredibly important, so don't overlook this. Get at least 7 to 8, and you're golden. And our recommendation would actually be to get this thing known as an Oura Ring, which is a sleep tracking ring. And funny enough, Rasmus is actually wearing his right now. I'm just going to pull out the video camera. There you go.
Here's what it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
I got it a few days ago. And
want to pull out the app real quick?
Sure. If I could do that real quick. Now, I have nothing to brag about when it comes to sleep stats. It's actually some of the worst I've ever seen. Okay.
So you got this like last week?
Yes, I did, and it's very fun to see how good, aka how bad my sleep is. Out of 100, last night I got a sleep score of 48 out of 100. Think of it like a test. That's an F. And then it gives you all kinds of stats about sleep, deep sleep, how long, how much did you sleep, blah, 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 all this shit. Okay.
Look, let's see the last few days. Your scores.
How do I do that? Oh, yesterday I was a 75.
That's
to me, that's good.
That's good for you.
To me, that's good. It's really not that good. So it's something I really need to work on.
All right, let's get back into here. Let's go like this. All right, so inserting your bedtime, easy to do. We've now made up a solid portion of the routine, but now we're getting into the fun stuff. Actually, this one isn't that fun. Next to input your fixed activities that can't be negotiated. That's things like work, if you have a job, school, if you have kids and they're dance class, you need to drive them around. That stuff, throw that shit in there because you can't move it. It's the way it is, and
you have to plan around that, of course.
And you have a life, so we need to plan around your life. Okay, throw those in there. Next is so I'll say quickly for us, we don't have a single one of these.
No, none.
We don't have a job. We don't have school. We don't have kids. None of that stuff, and that's easy for us. That's what gives us so much time to be able to work on our shit.
Yeah, so now like the staple foundational things are out of the way. Now we have to address the most important things in the routine.
Yes.
And that is inputting the time dedicated to working towards your biggest goal, whatever that is.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume it's growing a business, whichever kind that is. So for work, input anywhere between as many hours as you have in the day, really, depending on how much you work and go to school, and then up to 9 hours.
Yes.
I would not suggest to go beyond 9 hours of work per day. Some people can do it, but
of proper work, by the way.
Yeah. There's a big difference between 8 hours of answering emails and 8 hours of working on your
actually building something meaningful.
Yes.
Okay. So next, after you've input that, again, just follow our template that we've created, our schedule, to see what we're talking about.
Yeah, we split up our work time into 3 blocks. The first one is 3.5 hours. Second one is 2.5. Second one is 2.5. In total, that is 8.5 hours. So we have 8.5 hours of dedicated work every single day. No phone. Well, in the third work block we do because we have to film.
In the afternoon, we can
use
phone.
In the morning, there's no phone. There's no bullshit to distract us other than the one thing we're working on.
Yes. So next, after you put in your main thing, input time for your secondary goals, because we got other things going as well. And that could be things like exercise, any other activities that you need. For us, it's gym. So we always go to the gym after we've gotten our work done. Like, we just love going to the gym, and it's incredibly important if you want any sort of healthy life. So throw that in there. It could be gym, basketball, running, acting classes. Like, listen, we're not telling you to just create a life around just working all the time. That's not what this is. This is a real routine, a routine that is meant to be sustainable for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, a routine sucks if it's not sustainable. Now, input 2 to 3 breaks for meals, because we got to eat some food. Ideally, you should use these meal times to break up your work sessions or whatever it is you're working on to sessions of about 4 hours or less, simply so that you can get a break. Again, I know some people, I've heard people say that it takes like 3 hours to get into workflow of something, and then that would obviously not be very optimal. But in my experience, I need a little break every few hours. I can't go 8 hours straight.
I think no one can. Anyone who says that is fucking lying.
Yeah, man.
4 hours, I think, is way pushing it too. That's on the higher limit. I would say like 2 hours at a time.
It's because
Most people. See, the thing is, you can work 4 hours once in a row, and that's fine. But to be able to do it consistently over and over every single day for months, I doubt you can do that if you say so.
And when people are saying, I work 4 hours in a row, no, you didn't. You're looking at your phone the whole time.
Yeah.
You're scrolling on Twitter, on Instagram. You're doing dumb shit. Okay? That's not what we're talking about.
If you're
here.
writing a book, you did not write for 4 hours straight.
Yeah.
You took a break, and you need to. It's good. You need to take breaks.
Okay. Now, the final step is to input the last remaining time on the schedule for 1 to 2 hours to wind down before bed, because you don't want to go from going 100 miles an hour with doing your work or whatever and then going to sleep 10 minutes later. It's just not going to work. You need some time to wind down, spend time with other people, and then you're ready for bed.
Yes.
And the one suggestion we would say before going to bed is to simply planning tomorrow, today, as it's called, and you're simply just figuring out exactly what your work tasks and goals are for tomorrow, so that when you wake up, there's no questions asked. You can get right to your shit.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's really what it is.
So that is how you create a routine for max productivity. Remember that down below in the description, you can download the AIA routine template. And in the comments section, ask us any questions you have, not just about routine, but regarding the topic of productivity, because there's a lot more aspects to it than just this. It's also when it comes to, while you are working, how do you work in that time most productively? What are the things that you choose to do? Now, this would be an hour-long video if we did talk about all those things in one. But if you want us to talk more about those subjects, let's do it. Questions, comments, anything you have to say.
Ask
leave it
questions
in the
about
comments.
anything.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.
See ya.